Hello and welcome back to another little episode of The Casual Engineer. I'm going to have another chat about Leo because he's found something which is just purely and simply a PR blurb. You know, the glossies I like to put out there. Buy this, is coming in the future. And he's just gone, oh no, this is so poor. Let's have a little look about what he's going on about. Oops, my Chrome share has died. Give me a moment to fix that up. Much better. There we go. And we're now looking at whether this gentleman has got any kind of demonstrable reality going on inside his head.
Look how silly. This is gay.
Now looking at that, it's probably CGI anyway. Don't you love that line? Straight down the middle there.
Like a West Country AI here.
At Space Perspective,
Don't recognise any of the stars, so it's probably pretty much fake anyway.
first carbon-neutral spaceflight experience.
Ooh, almost got Orion's belt going there, but it's not quite right. In any case, Leo, what are you banging on about?
We've completely reimagined human spaceflight to be as gentle on our Earth as it is on our explorers.
Interesting. Last time I saw a balloon sort of being presented in that kind of space was Mr. Sensible's Mage 2 project. Only difference is, Mage 2's balloon sort of went.
Yeah, you heard it right. They've reimagined space flight for you. So you can now go to space in a balloon.
Well, I've got some news for you, Leo. This is actually quite feasible. There's nothing to stop you going to space in a balloon. Seriously, nothing can stop you going to space in a balloon. I'm just a little bit surprised that Leo thought that was a good idea to point that. Fact is that there's probably more to this than meets the eye, and I'm just going to keep jumping around on the screen here just to keep things interesting. Oh, that laugh, Leo! Stop laughing.
Spaceship Neptune is designed to be the most accessible way to travel to space. With no rockets, heavy G-forces, or training required, it's as easy as being on an airplane. The spacecraft features a
We've got to speed this up. This is going to take too long otherwise.
pressurized capsule that accommodates
Here we
8
go.
explorers and a captain, and a space balloon which propels the capsule to 100,000 feet at cycling speed, about 12 miles per hour.
I hate to break it to you, but 100,000 feet doesn't even come anywhere near the official Kármán line, which is supposedly where space begins, which is what, 62 miles, I believe, off the top of my head? 100,000 feet just under 20 miles. You're way short.
Well, this is meant to be a space tourist kind of a thing, so when we think about it, we kind of want the space tourist to be able to relax, not need training, not pay as much money. Yeah, it's just a bit of helium. Now they're going to bring it back down. They have to let some helium out of the balloon before it bursts. That's pretty much it.
Of the official story regarding space. And bear in mind, space in itself, that is a vacuum residing next to an. Now, I'm telling you, it's just high altitude.
Now, let me
You're way
repeat
short
that
of the
again.
official story regarding space. And bear in mind, space in itself, that is a vacuum residing next to an air pressure system without some kind of solid wall to separate those two.
Okay, so he's still repeating the gas next to a vacuum thing. And yet, one of my videos, when I talked about this, I looked at it very carefully. I found examples from H3 of the pressure gradient. I reminded everybody of one of my favourite toys, and basically, he still thinks there isn't a pressure gradient. So, Leo, if there wasn't a pressure gradient, this little machine would not tell you what your altitude is. I've got this thing on a daily basis, and those arms move around, despite the fact that they'll be broken inside. That is going to be disassembled on another video when I get a chance, and as long as my partner lets me do it, I'm sure she will. That I'll get a chance to pull that down and just show you what's inside these things.
Here you are. You keep saying space. But your balloon, if it does go up, only goes up 20 miles. Yet space doesn't begin till 62 miles. So stop lying to your viewers and your customers by keep citing this as going to space. It's going nowhere near the official boundary and start of space. And that's putting aside the fact that this space, this vacuum place, doesn't reside next to an air pressure sphere. It doesn't exist.
Well, Leo, you might want to reconsider what you're saying. One, this is not real just at the moment. I think it's feasible as long as they don't burst the balloon. I'm not sure how they're going to come back down. They haven't explained it. They could easily burst the balloon, reel it all in, release the helium, and simply go down the path of having it work that direction. I'm not really worried about what you think.
So there is a vacuum. There would need to be some kind of solid separation. That isn't my opinion. That's a fact.
Well, let's see, what was it? About 10,000 meters, you've got about half an atmosphere. Somewhere around that point is where you start suffering from altitude sickness. You go much higher than that, you can get permanent damage to your lungs. So the atmosphere outside this at 20 miles is going to be pretty damn thin. I'd be surprised if you could breathe in it. But Leo, you're quite welcome to go up there and try it.
Can be tested and verified by all. Now you've got to demonstrate pressure.
Experience will radically shift one's perception of our world and our position on planet Earth.
Fading out into a vacuum. Good luck with that.
Wait a minute.
Fact. Now you've got to demonstrate a pressure gradient. Fading.
Leo, I just held it up. Demonstrate a pressure gradient right there. This little machine doesn't have any electrical connections that drive it. This is just an output which replicates that for a computer. That's it. This input collects something called static pressure and gives you your altitude. So demonstration of a gradient, if there was no gradient, that machine would not work. Period. Yeah, you're going to come at something better than that, my boyo. I tell you, that is not a good look at all, is it? Hey? Oh, never mind, you'll figure it out.
It's 62 miles. It's a joke. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're a believer of the mainstream, start asking yourself, why are you being mocked by the very people you're trying to defend? They're embarrassing you. This is embarrassing. Balloons to so-called space. They're lying left, right, and centre. The stories don't...
Leo, if it's not reality yet, it doesn't mean they're lying. When people go to sell a piece of real estate, they show you this nice glossy brochure. They have a picture of the building that is the artist's rendition, and the building's not there yet. And yet you're turning this into a debacle, and you're just making, I'm sorry to say this, just another fine mess, mate. Seriously, I really think that you need to take a step back and realise that you're doing nothing more than this. Bit of snake oil, mate. Think again. Any case, thank you for watching. Enjoyed it? Like, subscribe. You see bad electronics, let me know. I'm very happy to have a look at it. If you want to comment, please do so. I'm always eager to hear a comment from somebody because that gives me some feedback as well, which helps me with my show. At this point, I think it's sort of turned into the time to say goodnight because it's pretty late here in Australia. Have a good night, everybody. Like and subscribe if you get a chance. If you've got something to tell me, just let me know. I'm more than happy to respond to you. Bye for now.